Hi, welcome to the full stack development with Angular 8 and Spring Boot. In this video, we're going to talk about routing. In Angular, routing is a collection of URLs and each URL is mapped to a specific component. For example, in our application, we have a links to books, about, contact, and services. If the user navigates to any one of the URL, a specific component will be executed and a view template will be rendered to the browser. One thing to note here is, if the user navigates to any URL, it will not reload the entire web page, only a portion of the web page will be updated. That's the whole idea of the single page application. In our Angular application, we need to create a following URLs. If the user navigates to /books, then we need to display a list of books. If the user navigates to /category ID, we need to display a list of books that are mapped to a specific category. If the user navigates to any other URL which is not defined, for example /abc, then we need to display a page not found to the user. Let's look at the development process. So the first step is to import router module and define the routes. So within our app.module.ts, we're going to import the router module from the Angular router package. And along with that, we are going to import the routes, which is nothing but an array of route objects. And in the down, we are going to define the routes. Like I said, a routes is nothing but an array of route objects, and each route object contains path and a component. The path, which is nothing but a name of the URL to navigate, and the component, which is nothing but a name of the component that the route is mapped to. If you look at the second route, we are passing an parameter to the route :id, and this is how we are going to pass a parameter to the route. Here the :id, it's just a name, you can give any name you want, and we are mapping it to the book list component. And if you look at the third route, we are passing an empty route, meaning if the user navigates to a base URL, which is a localhost 4200, we are navigating it to the /books. And that's what exactly we are doing it using the redirect to property. And we are going to specify one more property, which is a path match, and we are going to set it to full, which means it has to match a full path. And at last, we are going to define a wildcard route, meaning if none of the route has executed, a wildcard route has to execute. And here the double star indicates that any route or any URL. One thing to note here is more specific routes should be at the top and general routes should be at the bottom, meaning the Angular router module scans the routes from top to bottom. It starts matching the routes from beginning to the end. What if we move our wildcard component or the wildcard route to the top of the route? For every user action, the page not found component will be executed. That's not what we want to do. So that's why we have moved the wildcard route to the end of the route. So more specific routes should be at the top and general routes should be at the bottom. So the second step is to tell Angular router module to use our routes. We have just defined the routes, but we haven't informed Angular to use our routes. So we need to tell Angular to use our routes, and the way to do is by passing a routes array to the for root method of the router module. So within our app.module.ts, we are going to import the router module in the imports array, just like how we have imported the HTTP client module and the browser module. And we are going to call for root method by passing the routes which we have defined in the root module. And the third step is to configure the router link to navigate to our routes. So in our view template, we will set up a links to the routes, and we're going to pass a category ID as a parameter. So within our app.component.html, within our div tag, we're going to create an anchor element, and to the anchor element, we're going to pass the router link, and the router link, we're going to pass the category ID, category ID. Right now we are hard coding the category IDs. In the next feature, we are going to display the categories dynamically. And if you look at the anchor element, we are adding a one more attribute, which is a router link active. This is optional. If you want to add any styling to the activated route, you can do it in the router link active. I have added a few bootstrap classes to the router link active. So the fourth step is to configure the router outlet to display the view template. So we need to tell Angular router to where should render the view template. So if the user navigate to any URL, we need to display the view template within the page content, and the way to do is by adding a router outlet. So within our app.component.html, within our div tag, we are going to add the router outlet. That's it for this video. In the next video, we're going to look at the few more steps to this feature. So that is coming up in the next video. I will see you in the next video.